We've been missold by the camera brands. I am sure of it. Hear me out, but also let me know in the comments below if you think I've just become a Luddite and I've just reached that age where I won't accept change. Today's video is only made possible by CGDream, but there'll be more on them later on in the video. Behold, the single lens reflex, the best bit of tech ever. This got us away from looking at the back of a ground glass. This was beautiful. This allowed us to have autofocus, which is great. This allowed us to see pretty much, I've got my lens cap on, that's an embarrassing moment, isn't it? Pretty much what you're going to get. It's about a 99% accurate viewfinder on this particular camera. Some were 97, some were 96, some claimed to be 100, they were not. It's a nice big bright bit of glass. It's lovely. I can see straight through it and I can take a photograph with autofocus, although this lens is actually manual focus, but you also get focus confirm. It'll beep when you hit the focus point with your manual focus lens. It's great. It's brilliant. There's a downside to it. It made noise. It went ka-chunk. I like the noise, not always appropriate. But for those times, you had a Leica M8. That was silent. Didn't have autofocus, but I've used it several times for music when we weren't allowed to use loud cameras. I didn't miss any shots. Then came mirrorless. And it started for a long time being pretty useless. Now it's hit the mainstream. Now it is all you can get. Why? Why on God's green earth did we remove the mirror? The thing we'd spent years getting in there because it's brilliant. Now, instead of looking through a beautiful bright viewfinder, I'm looking at a digital screen inside a camera, which lags. Now, I'm in the fortunate position that I can have whatever the hell I want to shoot on. I've got a Fuji GFX back there. I can get the newer one. Everyone's like, the newer one's better. It's better, yes, but it's still not as good as an SLR. It's got more autofocus points. But then when the autofocus for this came out, which is the 5D Mark III system inside this camera, I remember people going, that's insane, that's so many autofocus points, well, this is the end game camera, nothing's ever going to be better than this. We don't even need this much quality of autofocus. And now people are making out that if you shoot on a 5D Mark III, pretty much your autofocus is redundant, it's obsolete. But nothing's changed. We still present the same images, we still shoot the same subjects, and we still print it in the same ways. Now, there's a slight image quality benefit to going to mirrorless, but not as good as going to medium format, for all things being equal. Going from a 5DSR to a R5 is not a big increase in image quality compared to going from a 5DSR to something like a Phase 1 XF. That's a big image quality difference. And also, it has a mirror. This is CGDream. This is the AI image generating software. And as I'm sure you can already tell from the homepage, the quality here and also the resolution is insane. So I want to show you a couple of fun things you can do with this software. So first of all, we're just going to use a very simple prompt to create our own AI image. This is something I do all the time when creating new sort of idea boards. Instead of I can't draw, so we use AI for the drawing, basically. That's what we're getting at here. So I'm going to type in a short prompt here. I want to do some more portraits. So I want some pop art, portraits of people eating food. Nice and simple. Let's generate that. As you can see, I've been playing a lot in the past here. Just seeing, just seeing what may happen. Here we go. So this is pretty much what we're looking for. Now, we want to go a little bit more deep than this. We want to try a few extra things. So the first thing we're going to do is apply some LoRa styles. So what we're going to do is add these LoRa filters. We're going to head down here and we're going to sort of play with this, I suppose. We're going to add our own different creativity to it. Just kind of a fusion, I suppose, is the best way to put it. This is where we get a little bit creative. Now, I'm obviously always drawn to the psychedelic surrealism, but that's not what we're going to go for here. That is not the right one. I need to make this a little bit more geometric. That's more me. There we go. This, oh, you see, I'm liking these backgrounds here already. This is already give me the vibe I'm looking for. But let's go back. I've gone too far. I've got carried away. So let's add some more filters here. We like that. I kind of like a tilt shift effect as well, to be honest. A bit of abstract. Let's see what we're getting here. I'm going to just pull that one back a little bit. I don't want too much illustration here. We're still looking for an image. This I like. This is cool.
We've got the tilt shift, we've got the abstract sort of look to it, the geometrical shapes. We're liking this, and this is a concept. This is not obviously what my final image is going to look like. This is just the concept point. Now, if we head back here to the gallery, let's also, I'm kind of liking this sort of look here. Let's add that as a style. And then we can go back up to here, and we can choose how much of it we're going to actually implement. So we can add this, and we can bring it down with a little influence from here. Then we make our next generation. That will help guide the AI software into choosing the right sorts of images for us. Now, the final part of this I want to show you is the character of a reference. So character reference, if we add this into here, there we go. Let's go strong on that. Let's pull this down a little bit. And of course, we've got image, 3D models, and character in here, which you can all sort of play with. And let's just generate our final image and see what we've got with our little mix match. And it's great for bouncing ideas off it. It will show you something, and then from that you can bounce further ideas off it. And there we have it. And I mean, look, you can see the influences from structure, from filters with the pose. And then we've got our filters in here as well, which are being added in the character. It all comes together. And I mean, if I could draw, I suppose my work would actually look like this. Sadly, I can't draw. So whenever I'm doing anything to go with my portfolio, AI is the way forward. This is a quick and effective way to get high quality imaging ready for your workflow.
Now, next week I'm shooting an ad campaign, and you better believe when I have any choice of any camera I'd like in the world, guess what I'm going for? Is it the latest and greatest mirrorless? No, of course it isn't. It's a phase one. It's a phase one with a IQ whatever back on an XF body, because they are the best. I can see through the viewfinders, so I know what I'm getting. I'm not looking at a load of pixels on a screen. I can focus it nicely. I can take the shot, and you're going, yeah, but Scott, you shoot still life or you shoot portraits. It's all in the studio. It's all nicely controlled, and God, the light's got nuts in here. We've got storms at the moment. It's either pitch black or it's burning hot. But this is just better. Shooting portrait. The only reason I still have this camera here today, I've got a mirrorless back there. My main squeeze is a mirrorless GFX. Image quality, its medium format is very good. I cannot take a portrait on that camera. I can't do it. The lag, it's ugly to look at. When you're shooting in a studio, it's dark. You've got all these modeling lamps on. Yeah, of course, it composite. It's just ugly to look at because it doesn't do a great job of the white balance in there. It's ugly. It's not pleasing. It's not worth the image quality. Apparently, something to do with flange distance means you can get better lenses, but I'm still shooting campaigns on this lens here that I've had for nigh on a decade. It's a lovely Zeiss Milvus. It's the Macro 100 f2, the planar. Beautiful lens, great bit of kit. I don't need a smaller flange. I need to be able to see the image. And I just feel like we've been missold. For all those years them trying to tell us how important this great mirror in your viewfinder is, and now they're going, oh, look at a little screen instead. Feels like I've been had. It feels like they've just gone, well, either way, I've been had by one of them. Either the mirror was not as great as it's made out to be, but to be honest, having shot on 4.5, having a mirror in a 6.7 or a 35mm camera is considerably better than ground glass, and having to get your loop out and it's all upside down and back to front on the ground. That's a nightmare. That's not fun. But mirrorless is not an upgrade. It's not. It really isn't. It just seems like technology's become available and they've gone, we've hit ISO limits. We don't need any more megapixels. Let's shift this. We'll change the lenses. Everyone's going to have to move over. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Let me know in the comments below. Am I wrong about that? Am I being cynical? Am I being a conspiracy theorist? Can I please just have back my mirror?